Hey everyone, Rhyperion here. I just wanted to make a quick video tonight. Had a viewer named Tech Effect, another YouTuber, reach out to me through the comments from my last video and asked a pretty good question, something I didn't know the answer to. Said that online he was seeing a lot of videos on the forums and everything where people were saying that games on the Steam Deck are not playable when you're not connected to Wi-Fi. So I thought that would be a fun thing for science to test out. Thinking back, I'm pretty sure even when I was mobile, I still had a hotspot on my phone for the Steam Deck. So I don't think I've ever played it not connected to Wi-Fi. So I thought it'd be a fun thing to test out. We're going to go through, try to play some games not connected to Wi-Fi, and see if we can play games not connected to the internet. You would think, unless they're an online only game, you should be able to play them. I mean, I don't see them doing any type of authentication checks once it's actually saved to, onto your Steam Deck, but who knows? We found a lot of quirks in this thing, so let's kill our internet here and we'll test it out. So we're going to go into the settings here. Settings, Wi-Fi. I'm gonna turn Wi-Fi off. Should we? Nah, let's stay out of airplane mode just because I need the my controller connected. So let me make sure my controller is paired. Xbox controller, are you still paired? You gonna work? Yes? Okay. Pretty sure it's connected. So Wi-Fi's off. We're gonna go ahead and back out. Now it's still saying up in the corner I'm connected to Wi-Fi though. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so let's check that again. So Wi-Fi is off. Okay. But we're still connected to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is on there, so it's another interesting little setting. Apparently there's multiple things you have to do to turn off Wi-Fi. You can't just turn it off in one location. One location doesn't turn it off everywhere. So let's try here. Okay, so it worked through the actual settings, not through the quick menu settings. Okay, so Steam Deck is now not connected to the internet. As you can see from the top corner there next to the battery, we are no longer connected to the internet. Go back down here to the quick settings. It's saying Wi-Fi is off there, so I don't know, this thing sometimes. It's just so funny the things I find out making these videos for you guys. Okay, so for science, let's see. So we tried to play some Chrono Trigger yesterday. Let's see if we can play some Chrono Trigger with the system not connected to Wi-Fi. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, don't tell me you use the joysticks, because you don't use the joysticks, you lying. Oh. Steam Deck, Valve, please make a uniformed controller setting for all controllers for all games for the Steam Deck. Okay, so we are offline. It looks like we are able to play Chrono Trigger. I am using the Elite Series 2 controller connected to the Steam Deck. So I'm not actually holding the Steam Deck in my hand, but just wanted to give you that little behind the scenes tidbit there, in case you were wondering. We did upgrade our power adapter too. I'm not using the power adapter that came with the Steam Deck connected to the hub. I connected a 65 watt power delivery to the hub, and it seems to be doing a little bit better. So I think that's what it was. It was just sucking too much power away from the hub yesterday, which is why we got that crash. So ignore that crash. Like I said, I've never seen that happen before, so it doesn't seem to be an ongoing issue. If it does happen again, though, I will report it, just so you guys know. Now it's in that smaller Why is it in the smaller setting? Oh, maybe it just looks smaller to me. Okay, disregard. I guess it's full screen. The menu's going across the full screen. It just looks like it's just center screen there. Okay, yep. Joystick's still not working, even though it said they work. Okay. Okay, so Chrono Trigger is playable offline. Keep on trying to use the joysticks, and the joysticks don't work. Okay, so Chrono Trigger works. So let's close that out. We'll try a different one. We'll go through a couple games here. And I'm sure there are games that are going to check with their servers to make sure that, you know, you did purchase the game, but let's try Bioshock. Would you kindly pick up the radio? Well, that's interesting. I can't mouse over. I can't use the keyboard, or I mean the gamepad. Elite 2 is not allowing me to select anything. Okay, I can't select anything on the Steam Deck either. ABXY, bumpers, triggers. Okay, the Steam button works, the options button work, but I can't select anything. Keyboard. Okay, so I could use the keyboard to hit enter, and that worked. So the on-screen keyboard to hit enter worked on that one. Okay, Val, so like I was saying, one uniformed controller profile. I don't care if you use the PlayStation controller profile. I don't care if you use the Xbox controller profile, but I want a single controller profile across all games, just like if I'm playing on the Xbox, just like if I'm playing on PC, just like if I'm playing on PlayStation. Doesn't matter what game I'm playing, the controller stays the same. The settings don't change on the controller. The sensitivity, you know, I can change in-game if I want, but across all games, it stays the same. That's what I need to see on the Steam Deck. I was trying to play Wolfenstein, and you just just millimeter on the joystick, and the guy spins around. And I had to download a custom profile that somebody else made to even be able to play the game. Because again, jumping from game to game to game, the controller settings, or you just never know what you're gonna find. So just one controller profile, just simplify it across all games. If I want to customize it or change it in game, give me that option. You already kind of have that option when it wants to work, but just one controller. That's another one of those little frustrating things with the game, with the Steam Deck. Let's continue. I don't know where we're continuing from, but it looks like Bioshock is playable. So again, I don't know where Tech Effect saw that at. I guess it was on a forum, he said. But I'm not experiencing that so far. I asked him if there were any specific games that he heard of, and he just said just in general. So I said, okay, well, I mean, it'd be a fun thing to test out to see if it was something that I could duplicate. So far, so good. This game plays really well. I mean, we're getting 118 frames, 122. It looks good. Another classic. I'm curious, they have the new game Atomic Heart coming out. I think it's made by a studio in Russia, Moscow, or somewhere around there. Atomic Heart. It looks looks really Bioshock-esque. So I'm kind of curious how that's gonna go. I mean, I loved all the Bioshock games except for Bioshock Infinite. Didn't really care for that one that much. But Bioshock 1 and 2 were just so good. So hoping Atomic Heart is just as good. And more importantly, that it plays well on the Steam Deck. Okay, so we are still using. I mean, look at this. Look how perfect that is. So why can't all games? Now I'm using the joysticks on the Elite. Perfect. Perfect pan, perfect move around. Why can't all games be like this?
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you.
Well, hello, Atlas.
Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get
Would you kindly?
Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you.
So beautimous. Look at that. Another game, if you guys have not tried this game yet or played this game, get it. It is a great game. Oh.
Just a bit further. How do you like that, sister?
Okay, so 190 frames, 200 frames.
Bloody splicer, seal Johnny.
Controller works. So again, in case you're wondering if you play Bioshock, works perfectly. Controller works perfectly. Great game. Okay, so Bioshock works. Let's see. Let's a game that actually does connect to the internet. Let's try No Man's Sky. Let's see if we can play some No Man's Sky not connected to the internet. And I guess No Man's Sky was actually voted one of the top 14 games to play on the Steam Deck, which I agree with that. No Man's Sky on the Steam Deck is amazing. I think I have about 120 hours into it. And for the most part, it holds about 60 frames. I'll show you my settings here. I actually have them, I think, all set on low except for the anti-aliasing and the 3D. I don't think it's 3DAO. It's TAA. I have on as well, which is the higher end for the graphics, and it seems to pretty much hold 60 frames. So it's very, very playable. And again, you got to remember this is upscaling to 1080p right now too, so it's not playing on the 720 screen, it's actually upscaling it. Okay. Oh, so again, Xbox controller, perfect. Seems a little sensitive on the look. Yeah, the look is a little sensitive. I have not tried to play this game with the Xbox controller. It's definitely doable. I would just turn down the sensitivity on it a little bit. Get off my island. You want some of this? Okay, well. This one, again. Another game. Looks like it plays pretty well. Offline, completely. We're not connected to the internet. Didn't have to connect to the internet first to sign into it. Definitely getting some stuttering. It dropped down a little bit there in frames, but I mean, it's still for the most part maintaining above 50, 55, 60 as I'm kind of running around here. So settings wise, I said I'd show you what I have going on here for settings. So everything standard. Base complexity, I raised 1, and then of course the filtering, the GTAO, and the TAA. So that's going to be the higher end of those. And then I have the super resolution set at ultra quality. So I mean, it with all those kind of tuned up a little bit, because the default is 4 times anti-aliasing, I think. It might be even lower. What's the... Oh, so it's actually defaults to 2. This defaults to standard, or maybe off. Actually, let's just try reset to default. What's the default? Okay, so that's the default, guys. So, you know, you can change these if you want. All these do is just take up more processing power and memory in the graphics card, which you have available, so just go for it. I haven't noticed any issues. So that's what I would recommend. Let's go ahead and quit this game and try another one. $120 hours gameplay. 120 hours of my life wasted. Of course, we're not going to play Left 4 Dead. We're not going to be able to play Left 4 Dead because that is an online game. We can try some Wolfenstein. I mean, so far, so good. I mean, no hiccups. They all just load in. No warnings, nothing. I don't know, I think I would have been surprised if that was an issue. And I don't have... Sorry, I was playing this again last night. I played for a couple hours each night. Let me turn on all the settings here so you guys can kind of see the software version and everything. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's go kill some Nazis. Yeah, this was the one where I had to download the custom profile controller just because the one that they automatically loaded in default, I mean, you just touch the joystick and you spin around in circles. It's like, yeah, on this little tiny screen, there is no way I'm going to be able to aim and shoot anybody. It feels just really frustrating. So the new profile worked perfectly. They just need to just make a single profile against all games, all controllers, default, you know, mimic the sensitivity of the Steam Deck, and, you know, apply that to all controllers and all games. It shouldn't change per game. Doesn't change when I'm playing on Xbox. It shouldn't change anything. And when you get used to that, you know, that sensitivity on the Xbox or the PlayStation, you know, it's just muscle memory at that point. So when they change it up and make it just super sensitive or not sensitive enough, it really messes with you. Press E to continue, or the Xbox button, or the X button. Okay. Oh, see, look at that. I mean, that's about as sensitive as it should. Oh, see, that's too sensitive. Did it default me back to the other controller? It's too sensitive. Let's see. Official layout. No. Gamepad. Is that the official? That's weird. Yeah, that's the one I downloaded to use. So those are the ones made by the community to play some different games. Okay, that still seems sensitive. Maybe it's just the Xbox controller. That's still too sensitive. Oh, really gonna run out of ammo right then? Perfect, thanks. Yeah, why am I stuck on a wall? Okay, I killed some Nazis. I feel better now. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Hello. Let me reload here. I'll reload that one as well. Aww. He just increased his lead intake. Crikey, that really pissed him off. He did. Okay, so this game works. Let's see what other games we can test. Got some Skyrim on here. Who doesn't want to play some Skyrim on the Steam Deck? So we'll try that one out. Again, I don't foresee any problems with this one, but do you see how it's a different gamepad each time? It's like, this is the recommended template outlet. Just standard. That shouldn't even be a thing. Okay. Did we freeze? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so if I move the mouse, it does stuff. Interesting. Huh. That was weird. So it wouldn't allow me to use the... Oh, come on. Just a patch. Just fix this, please. So it wouldn't allow me to use the connected gamepad, the Elite Series 2, or the built-in keypad, mouse, joysticks of the Steam Deck to be able to hit play on that one. That's a new bug. I actually had to use the touchscreen to select play. There's something going on with it. It's not acting right. I mean, it looks frozen. Let's go ahead and exit out. I mean, I'm hearing music. Let me disconnect the hub again. Nope. Nope. I hear the music, it's just not loading in. Let's close it down, try to reopen it. Okay, it's now the Steam. That's so weird. Yeah, the Steam button wasn't even coming up. Let's close it down. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, so now it's detecting the Steam Deck controller, even though the Elite is connected. So that's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm using the Steam controller. The trackpads don't work. Let me turn off the Elite Series 2 just to make sure. I'm turning this off just to see if that's interfering. Because again, I don't normally use the Elite Series playing it. I'm normally just holding the Steam Deck. So again, let me close out of it one more time without the other controller connected. Third time's a charm. It's still not highlighting. So I have to touch screen that one apparently, using the touch screen. Let's see if it loads in this time. Okay, so third time it worked. Okay. That's really using a lot of the GPU, 99%. I do have all settings maxed on this, which I don't even think I can. Yeah, I can't even show you the settings. You have to do it from that other screen. But literally every setting is completely 100% maxed out on this. It looks like here we're getting about 42 frames. So if you turn down the settings a little bit, your frames will definitely be better. I mean, 40, 40, 37, 38, it's still playable. I didn't have any problems playing it. So I am playing on the Steam Deck right now, so I'm not using the Elite controller. But yeah, I mean, inside I'm getting 60 frames, so. About 6, I was just in the Delvin Ruins, and I didn't have any kind of hiccups or issues, so just looks like when you go outside. So cool. So Skyrim is playable. I think we're running out of games to test here. Everything, I mean, every game so far has been playable offline. So not connected to the internet any way, shape, or form. Before starting up or, during the game and disconnecting, we are completely offline. Borderlands 2. Let's try some Borderlands. And see, now this one wants you to use the trackpad. No, nobody's going to do that. So why are you even suggesting that? We're going to use it just like a normal controller, not using the trackpads. The only thing the trackpads are good for is a mouse, and it's barely even good at that, considering I can't even swipe across the entire keyboard. I have to use 2 different sides. So in case you're new, yesterday we showed you guys this. So the trackpad, so it has a left and right trackpad, but the left and right trackpad only goes halfway across the screen. If you pick up your finger and start from the back again, like you would a mouse, picking it up off the mouse pad and moving it over so you can continue across the screen, it starts back at the beginning. So then you have to use the trackpad on the left hand or the right hand side to then do the same thing. You can't keep scrolling. So you got to kind of, it's very, I don't know. It's not very user friendly. At least I don't think so. They said I have to use the on-screen keyboard. So the problem is, so when you connect the USB-C hub to be able to play this on a TV or a monitor like I'm doing right now, it turns off the Steam Deck's screen. So I can't see the touchscreen right now. The touchscreen works. At least it worked in Skyrim. It doesn't seem to be working for this game. And I'm using the trackpads, and I'm not seeing any trackpads on here. So I haven't tried to play this game yet on the Steam Deck, but we're already stuck at the title screen. So it's kind of what I ran into with Chrono Trigger at first, where you couldn't get past even the title screen to play the game. But getting back to what I was saying, so if you're connected to a TV or to what looks like the dock that's going to be coming out soon, it turns off the screen of the Steam Deck. And I mean, I'm hitting the Steam button and the three three circles button. It was the Steam button and the Steam options button, and it's not even responding. So let me disconnect again the USB hub so I can get the screen to come back on and see if that fixes this. Yeah, so it is completely black screen right now. It's not responding. I just had to hit the power button, turn the power off, powering it back on. So that needs to be another thing that they fix. So, I mean, if you're going to be required or having to use the on-screen keyboard or the on-screen touchscreen, turning the screen off on the Steam Deck when you connect it to a hub, it's not going to work. How are you going to use those functions if you're disabling those functions to be able to play it on a computer or on a monitor or on a TV? That's another thing they need to look at. Another little quirk that they need to fix. Now it's doing that thing yesterday where I have to literally hold down the button to kind of hard reset it. See, it beeps like it wants to come back on, but it's not coming back on. Come on, you can do it. Okay, it just restarted. So again, that could be a combination of, one of those games where you can't play it directly off of the USB-C hub. You have to get the game going first. But then again, if there's, it was saying that there's some things you have to use the mouse for. If they turn the screen off and you can't use the touch screen, kind of defeats that purpose. Because even in Skyrim, the touch screen wasn't responding like it should. So where I was where play should have been on the screen, the black screen, is not where play was. It was actually on the opposite side of the screen. Instead of touching the far right, I had to touch the far left in the same spot. So it was completely opposite. I don't know why, but that's the way that was. So let's bring up Borderlands 2 again. I'm sorry you guys can't see this. Let me get the game started. And I'll plug the hub back in to see if it will continue. We are still, I did verify, we are still not connected to Wi-Fi, and I'll show you guys that once we get it going again. It says connecting to Steam. Starting launch. Still showing me the official keyboard layout. Okay. This game, you'll need to open the on-screen keyboard manually. Okay. It's starting up. And it just crashed back to the menu screen. Okay. Let's try that one more time. I'm pretty sure this is a verified game too, or not verified, but at least playable. Okay, so we're back at the main screen. Let me try the keyboard, or not the keyboard, the D-pad doesn't work. It's not selecting anything. The joystick's not working. ABXY is not working. Okay, so the on-screen mouse is working now. So I'm able to use the right side trackpad, and there is a mouse on the screen moving around. And I am able to highlight play, help play settings. So I'm going to click on play. Okay, so I can't click on play. I guess I do have to hit A. Okay, no, that doesn't work. So I'm clicking down on the trackpad on play, even though play's highlighted and it's not selecting play. Okay. So A is not working, X is not working, Y or B. I'm on play. I'm clicking down. What? I don't understand why. Let's bring up the keyboard and hit enter and see if that works. That did not work. Okay, let me reconnect the hub and see if you guys can see this. I don't think it's gonna work. It's gonna make the on-screen mouse go away. Oh, nope. So the on-screen mouse is still working now. So as you can see, it's play. I'm clicking down on the mouse pad. It has a tactile click to it. It doesn't work. Settings doesn't work. Help doesn't work. Nothing is working. So that's not working at all. A is not working. B, nope. Triggers, bumpers, nope. On-screen keyboard. Let's bring up the on-screen keyboard again. Enter. No. Let's try the Apple keyboard trick. See if we can get it to work with the Apple keyboard. Make sure it's connected here. Okay, so I was able to back out, so the keyboard is connected. So I don't know if this is a Wi-Fi issue or if this is just this game is not playable on Steam Deck, and I gotta figure out another workaround like I did with Chrono Trigger. Okay. Nope. Nope. Screen keyboard. Nope. Still doing that jumping around to where it's not even. Yep, so I can't get this game to start. Using the other trackpad as a click. Nope. Both trackpads as a click. Nope. Touchscreen. Did that work? It did something, but now I'm not. Now the trackpads aren't working. So I clicked the on screen, and that's not working. Let me disconnect again. Let me look at it, because now we're back at a. I mean, the fan kicked on, so it seems like it's doing something, but it's still showing a black screen. We'll give it a second to see if it's actually loading. I don't think it's loading though, because my screen did not come back on. But there's definitely an audible fan noise now. I just don't have a screen. Let me try turning it back off. We'll try 2 more times. We'll try it without. I'm not going to connect it to the hub this time. And then we'll try it on Wi-Fi to see if connected to Wi-Fi, if that makes any difference whatsoever. So that will be an interesting thing to see. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that with I'm talking, but there's definitely a an audible fan going, but it's not like I'm putting it into suspend mode by trying to turn it off. Another hard reset. It's doing that beeping thing where it doesn't want to come back on again. Come on, Steam Deck. You can do it. Come on. There it goes. Okay. That's not turning back on for me. Keeps on kicking on the fan on high, and then it just shuts right back off again. gonna try holding down the power button for a few seconds. Okay, I held down the power button for about 6 seconds and then released it and then hit the power button one time to turn it back on and the screen came back on, so it looks like it did another hard reset. Sorry this video is so long. I wasn't planning on having any of these issues again. Okay, so it's booting back up. Luckily, it boots up fairly fast. Wi-Fi still off. Let's see if I can get this thing to go. So I'm going to wait to connect it to the hub until I'm actually in game, if I can get it to work. And see, it is spinning at the bottom saying connecting to Steam. So I wonder if that could be why it's just not allowing the game to start. And that could be what they were talking about in the forums, but let's see. Because then it skips it and then it says starting launch, synchronizing. It can't synchronize and then it skips it. So Borderlands 2. So I didn't even use the trackpad. I just touched the screen on play and it worked perfectly. Looks like a loading screen right now for Borderlands 2. It appears to be working. Okay, so now it's working. So it could have been a combination of the hub again with the upscaling. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that. I can just tell you if it works or it doesn't work. See if I can connect it now. So it looks like it's working. Searching for downloadable content. It shouldn't be able to find anything. Come on, you're not connected to the internet. Figure it out. Just so you guys can see, we are still not connected to the internet. Okay. So, don't use the trackpads. Straight touch screen, and you can bypass the start screen and get it going. So, don't do what they tell you to do. Don't use the trackpads as a mouse and select play because it just doesn't work. Just touch the screen on play and it works. Borderlands 2, playable. Completely offline once you get past all the startup nonsense. Okay. Let's see what else we have to test. What do we got? A lot of people seem to be playing The Witcher too, aren't they? I haven't tried playing The Witcher on the Steam Deck yet. But we'll see if The Witcher starts up. And then I think we'll end this video. I mean, I think we found enough games to where, I mean, we haven't run into any games that won't play that aren't strictly online like Left 4 Dead. So I'm going to go ahead and say that theory is busted. I just wish all the controller schemes were the same. Every game, same sensitivity. I think I've said that like 3 times, but that's just one of the frustrating things is just trying to get things to actually work the way you want them to. And I know a lot of people are jumping on YouTube to, you know, why is this not working? How do I get this to work? Because they're sick of messing with it. That's what I'm hoping that you guys get out of these videos is just to hopefully skip some of the frustration because it actually is a pretty cool system when it works the way it should work. So hopefully you guys can learn from my trial and error and how I get things to work and skip some of that nonsense and just get right down to playing and enjoying the Steam Deck. But Valve, once again, if you're listening, come on, just one patch. You're one patch away from just making this thing perfect. So looks like it's, holy crap. I'm only getting 22 frames. What are my settings? Options. This is set up for my PC, so it's probably just ridiculous settings right now. What are we on? Ultra? Ultra. Let's just turn everything to low. Low settings. The post-processing. I've never even messed with some of these settings. Let's turn everything on low, just to see if we get some better frames here. Okay, so much better. Just turned everything to low. I'm sure you guys can tweak those and make those a little bit better, but figured at least it would be playable because it says it is. So we should be good here. So I think we're okay. My kids are knocking on the door here, bothering me. So I think we'll go ahead and end the video right here. Sorry, guys. But I think we tested enough videos here to see that, you know, there's at least a handful of games that you can play offline. So it should be able to keep you occupied until you are able to get back in a Wi-Fi area. Through my testing, if I do find some games that aren't playable, I will make another video and show you what I have found. But should be good to go. If you guys have not hit that follow button yet, please make sure you hit it. If you guys have not hit that subscribe button yet, I would really appreciate it. You can help the channel grow, help more people find us. If you guys have comments, questions, or have something you'd like me to test, please put it down in the comments and I will do my best to get the test out for you guys. Once again, thanks to the Tech Effect. Go check out his channel. He does also make some YouTube videos. He is the reason we made this video today. It was his suggestion, so thank you for that. You guys have a wonderful night, and thanks for watching.